Okay, I'm here to reintroduce and to talk about the clause, which is what you did your last assignments in grammar. The grades were so up and down, I'm going to go ahead and go through it. Then I want you to complete the post-test number 2, which I've got written out in your instructions of what you're doing for this week. Um, before we left on this, our spring breaks and everything else that went on, we had done the phrase. And a phrase does not have both subject and verb. A clause has both subject and verb in its part. And there's two types of clauses. There's an independent clause, which is your main clause. It can stand by itself. An example, Susie ran across the road. Susie, my subject, ran, my verb. It's complete thought, ends in a period, begins with a capital letter, it follows all the rules for a sentence. Well, a subordinate clause has a subject and a verb, but it's not a complete thought and cannot stand alone. I can change Susie ran across the road from an independent to subordinate by putting a clue word in front. When Susie ran across the road. Doesn't tell me what happened when she did it. When Susie ran across the road, she got hit by a car. Okay, she got hit by a car is my independent clause. My subordinate clause now has become when Susie ran across the road. Okay? Well, there are three types of subordinate clauses. There is an adjective, an adverb, and a noun. When you do adjective clauses, you will need your book here, so you might want to stop the video and get that or come back and look at it again. On page 152 are relative pronouns that are used to introduce these clauses. So if I go to page 152, I see that it's who, whom, whose, which, and that. So if I see those words introducing a clause, then I know that they've got to be adjective clause, like in exercise 4. Let's look at number 7. We enjoyed the poems of Gwendolyn Brooks, who for years has been Post Laureate of Illinois. Okay? Now I have who is introducing. That tells me immediately it's got to be an adjective clause. Okay? And so I'm going to use that to be able to identify. Most of you did pretty well on this exercise. So look for those key words. Okay? Adverb clause. Go to page 158. It gives you all what we call subordinating conjunctions that introduce these clauses. If you see these, you know that, and if it has a clause, because it has a subject and a verb, you know they're going to be adverbs. And they give you a whole list there. And I'm not going to go through them right now with you. You can look at those. So if I look at exercise 8, I notice like on number 6, because Sherry loved the ballet. Because is one of my subordinating conjunctions. I have Sherry loved. I have a subject and a verb. Then it's an adverb clause. Okay, let's do one more there. Many people bought souvenirs. I'm looking at number 9. Many people bought souvenirs while they were on vacation in Europe. While they were on vacation in Europe has a subject and a verb. It has that subordinating conjunction. Tells me it's an adverb clause describing what they were doing when they bought their souvenirs. Okay. The last one is the noun clause. Go to page 161, and that gives the key words: that, what, whatever, who, whom, whoever, and whomever. If I see those, they're more than likely going to be a noun clause. Now, sometimes we have some that overlap, so you have to be careful with that. Remember, a noun clause is going to be used as a subject or the direct object most of the time. So once again, use these pages. When you do post-test number 2, which is on page, let's get there, which is on page 169 and 170. I want you to do that on paper, and I want you to be able to use these to help you out. Remember, those keywords will introduce each of those clauses. I think that will help you out. So good luck on it, and hopefully some of you that really struggled with this will do better. If you still have questions, please do not hesitate to get a hold of me through email. Call me here at the school. At night, you can probably call my house. I'll be around. I don't mind helping you at night if I have to. Okay? So please review this, go through, and have a wonderful day.